Hi everyone. I'm going to speak about a topic here that I don't normally speak about, which is my experience around hair loss. Now, I'm going to document my journey through this for three reasons. One, I just thought as a trans man, it would be interesting to share my experiences. Two, because there's still so much stigma out there for men with male pattern baldness and their treatments that there are available. Many will hide and feel embarrassed about what they've had. And I feel that if more people shared, then it would give us more opportunity to feel comfortable about sharing our journeys. And three, because if anybody else wants to now go down this route, hopefully the information I give can be of benefit. So as a trans man, one of the biggest fears I had was, taking testosterone. The only bad side effect is the possibility of going bald. My dad had a full head of hair and I was sort of fingers crossed that I would follow in his genes. Clearly not. So I had periods of time where I would shed and not, and it would start and stop. I could see that I was receding a bit, but that's quite normal and can actually make you look a bit more masculine. You get more of a masculine hairline. But then what happened last year, February, so February 2021, the beginning of Feb, I literally woke up one morning and thought, whoa. And I, looking in the mirror, I was doing because of COVID stuff online, and I could see my scalp. You can't really see it too well in this video. It depends on the lighting, and I've become very good at kind of disguising it. But I could just see through onto my scalp. And that day I decided, okay, I'm going to shave my head, which I had done before through COVID because of the barbers being closed. And I could see that there was some thinning and losing my hair, but when it grew back, you couldn't really tell. Whereas this, the shaving just made it look 10 times worse. And to be quite honest, I just felt really depressed for a good few months, thinking, God, this was the point, many years on testosterone, not knowing whether this would happen or not. And yeah, it's going to happen. So I looked at my options. I decided that I wasn't going to jump into anything. Obviously, I wasn't going to make any rash decisions. The only rash thing I did was I started putting minoxidil on it straight away, which is like Regain to help with hair loss. I already had it because I'd been using it on my face where my face hadn't really come in, my facial hair. So I thought, well, just at least for the moment, see what we can preserve or get back. Now, I think what a lot of people don't realise is that actually minoxidil or Regain doesn't usually grow back hair. It doesn't usually even stop the hair loss completely. It just slows it right down, which is better than nothing. So I started looking at the transplant route. Now, like I say, this isn't for everyone. There's nothing wrong with going bald. Some trans men actually think, oh, it makes them look quite masculine. But I didn't like it. So this is just my personal journey and how I feel about this. I know that the people around me don't even notice it really very often unless they catch it in the wrong light, and they won't care. But it's me that cares. So I looked at this and I learned a lot. What could go wrong? And I really researched this because, again, I think once you've got that knowledge, then you can make these changes without fear because you kind of know what the consequences might be. You can never guarantee. So first off, for me, looking at different options, medications, etc. And then, right, well, what could go wrong with a hair transplant? And if it did, could it be fixed? So, and how to avoid it happening in the first place. So what I would say is, if you want to go down this route, just look at the different clinics out there and see. Obviously, they vary in price and lots of different things. So you've got to be within your budget, and nothing's perfect. What compromising are you willing to take? So I've had people say to me, go to Turkey because they're like really cheap, and I just think no. And some people go and it looks great, but it may not in 10 years time. So for one, I would be very wary of anyone that just tries to book you in straight away. And I've had that. I actually had a consultation early on because it was free. So I thought, okay, I'll discuss it with you. And they quoted me, sent pictures, they looked at me, quoted me so many grafts, which to me seemed like quite a lot for the minimal amount of hair loss that I've got. And a price, this was in Canada, I think. And then when the email came through with that quote, the same quote, the number of grafts had doubled and the price had. And I just thought, well, where's that come from? You clearly not actually, just felt like they hadn't really looked at my case and were just throwing numbers at me. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go there. And sort of the things you get as well is the doctor themselves doing the procedure on you, or is it technicians? So if you go somewhere like Turkey, you'll get technicians, and there might be a good clinic with good technicians, but the chances are it's just going to be kind of cookie cutter type thing. So for example, I know that they take the hairs from here, you get some scarring, and the bigger the punch that they take it with, the more scarring. But if you go too small, then you can damage the grafts, etc. And everyone is not the same. So if you go somewhere, some certain places that are much cheaper, they'll just do the same for everyone. They won't look at you individually. And then you've got the direction that the hairs go in. You've got so they don't stick up funny. You've got your hairline to make sure that it actually matches your face, and that's an artistic choice. So look at the surgeon that you're going to look, that's going to be doing this procedure. Are you happy with their results? So I have chosen who I'm going to go with. I've booked it. So Dr Reddy in Harley Street, and he seems to have some fantastic results. There's not actually that much posted by people themselves. You've got his Instagram, and obviously he's only going to post the better ones. But from what I've heard online on forums, he's very, very good. And I feel confident that this is the person I wanted to go with. So what I'm going to do is say I've booked it, and I am going to document the journey and post as well, so that you can see how it's all going. And also I had 2 consultations with him. He was brilliant, just very patient and taking his time to answer all my questions and not rush me. So the second the second consultation I videoed. So I'm going to post that on, because that gives you lots of information about stuff to look out for and ideas if you want to do this so that you can make good decisions. So I'll post that online, and I will continue to document the journey as well. So I hope that you all enjoy the journey, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.